One of the biggest changes about making our public speaking class into an online course is that you're going to have to record yourself while you're speaking. There are a lot of students who have already emailed me with a little bit of apprehension to the idea of recording themselves. So I'm going to break things down for you pretty simply. There's going to be three major components into putting together a pretty good recorded speech. And that comes down to shot, lighting, and sound. First, before I get into any of this, I understand that almost every single person in here is just going to be using their phone. That is absolutely fine. If you have a smartphone, the camera on it is going to be adequate enough for what we need. So the first thing that we're going to be going over is the shot. When you're posting something on Instagram, it's probably going to be looking better if you're just holding your phone upright, vertical, but when you're doing this, it's better to be landscape, side to side. Additionally, instead of just holding your phone, you want to make sure that you just have your phone stationary on something. I don't expect everybody to have a tripod or anything, but honestly, you can just put some books, stack some books, and make sure that that works. Along with that shot, you want to make sure that you are in the screen. Your head isn't cut off, you can see at least shoulder up, you can be sitting down totally fine, but you should be in the shot. And then also the stationary camera is about eye level. One of the things that you can learn if you look up anything on kind of cinematography is that if you have the camera down looking up, it actually evokes fear. You don't want that. When you're trying to be giving your speeches, speech 3 or speech 4, having that idea that you're looking up at the subject, it's not necessarily a good thing. Try to be as eye level as possible. So that's it for shot. Make sure that you have a camera stationary, looking at you, you're in the shot, boom, that's it. The second thing to bring up is lighting. I understand that some people might not have a ton of great lighting wherever they are. Just bring in a lamp, and if you want to backlight it, you want to put light in the front, just hit record on your phone for a couple minutes and test some things out and see what lighting works best. You don't necessarily have to be Quentin Tarantino to understand that some lighting you can actually just see people a lot better. You don't want to be in the dark. For some reason, I've had to, talk to several students about recording videos and they're just almost in the dark. Don't do that. Make sure that we can see you when you're posting your videos. The third and final thing is the sound. Typically, I don't have too much issue when it comes to sound. However, sometimes people might have a crying baby or a barking dog or just something extremely loud and annoying. A number of years ago, I had a student who had a ceiling fan that looked like it was going to fall at any second. And this ceiling fan was just squeaking and rattling, and it was incredibly distracting. So try to limit your outside noise as much as possible and make sure that you're projecting directly at your phone to make sure that we can hear you. So as long as you're in the shot and the lighting's okay and we can hear you, that's all I'm looking for. I don't want for people to overthink this. I want you spending time on researching and developing your ideas for your research paper and your 2 speeches. I want your time and efforts to be spent on that, not necessarily the structure of your camera, okay? So I want this to be as simple as possible. Make sure you have the shot, make sure you have good lighting, make sure that you have good sound.